And welcome into In-Game Chat for Saturday, Valentine's Day, February the 14th, 2026, Season 20, Episode 5. I'm Scott.
And I'm RJ.
Welcome into the show, everybody. If you want to get in touch with us, well, then reach out to us on Discord, or, you know, if you're Dave, just send me a text. I don't know if he's listening live tonight or not, or this afternoon, if he's listening live or not. He did send me a text earlier to have a great show, so we'll see. But anyway, we're on Discord. Easiest way to get in touch with us, easiest way to reach out to us is Discord. I say that right now, and we got some news about Discord wanting to do like facial recognition to sign in and all this.
It just basically went over like a lead balloon with most
right.
folks.
I really haven't kept up with it because I just don't use Discord all that much anymore, except for the show purposes. But
Same here.
I got to look into that because I ain't down with that. But from what I understand, they've kind of backpedaled on that and sort of like, oops, yeah, we didn't mean to do that. But I don't know if they've completely eliminated it, or they found some other way to do it, or they're just going through with it and not being as invasive, or whatever it might have been. I'm not sure. I really hadn't read up on it.
Or the typical lie to the consumer base and do something.
And do it anyway.
Do it anyway. Exactly. Yeah.
I haven't looked into that. I do not know. And that is something I will have to... probably something I will do while we're on the air, to be honest with you, as I read the articles about it.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes. We're also on Blue Sky. We're on Twitter. We're at Gmail. Everyone at ingamechat.net. Oh, that's our email. It's through Gmail, but yeah, you can do it that way. Everyone at ingamechat.net. Streaming right now on Twitch. Go to twitch.tv, type in game chat. You can watch us live while we broadcast. And like I said, you can also talk to us in the chat room live while we broadcast in there as well, and say hello. So, oh yeah, let me do this real quick as we get to get into the show proper here.
Clap, clap.
Yep. That'll come in handy later. So, welcome to the show. I'm going to throw it over to you, RJ, to tell me what you've been playing, because I have not played a single thing outside of what I normally play. Nothing new. So, but you go ahead. What has been on your list of gaming treats?
Well, pretty much been the same as last time. The big three, of course: GTA Online, MLB The Show, and Virtua Fighter 5. But I am playing more of the First Ascendant because I'm getting back into dailies. Because I've been missing out a long time, for about three months or so.
Yeah.
On the First Ascendant, I've been missing out on a whole bunch of free building supplies and free things that the game gives out. And I'm just missing out. All I had to do is like log on for an hour, and I've got pretty much most of what I can get done. So the only thing left is little challenges and whatnot. So go from location to location and play these little missions over and over again, and I can rack up on stuff. So, but outside of that, yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat as you. Not much outside of what the core of gaming is until something can pique my interest and get back into it. You know,
like nothing's grabbed me.
Yeah. Even stuff in the backlog that we should be getting into.
Yeah.
To break the rut that we're in, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. That's about it. So that's it for you, huh?
Yeah. Other than First Ascendant, just the big three.
It's going to be a short segment. Nothing for me. Marvel Snap when I can, and more of Proverbs. I did a big chunk of it this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And can't say there's really been anything else. That's it. That's really been it. Yeah, I wish there was more, but there's really, I just haven't played a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
Just not have been doing a lot of gaming. You know? Seeing a lot of games, you know, looking at sales and things like that, keeping track of like, oh, there's a game that's on sale, maybe I should pick that up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There was
more for the backlog.
It is, yeah. There's a game that runs for like $20. It's on sale for $5 right now. It's called We the Revolution. And it's a game I played at a PAX or an E3. I can't remember which one I was at. I want to say it was a PAX.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically play... I can't remember because this has been going back a few years. Obviously, pre 2020 when I played this thing as a demo, and it was a lot of word reading. Like, you played as like a judge, and you would hear the arguments from the prosecution, the defense, that sort of thing. But it's taking place in like during the French Revolution. And so, there was executions and all these other things, like, beheadings and whatever else that you had to either administer or I say administer, but you sentence them to that.
Send someone to the gallows.
Yeah, exactly. And there was a sway, because like if you didn't please the crowd, they got unruly. But if you pleased the crowd, it's possible that you were also, putting yourself in jeopardy of not having your job anymore, because then you weren't. I don't know what the case was, but it was all about decision making and deciding what was the better of the two decisions to make. Guilty or not guilty, death or no death, that sort of thing.
Sounds like the lesser two evils, because the way you said, keep the crowd satisfied, and the crowd back then wanted blood.
Yeah.
So you have to put an innocent person to death just to satisfy the crowd, so
possibly,
you won't get in trouble.
Yeah,
that type of thing.
I really, really enjoyed it, and I had completely forgotten that it released. It's one of those things. A lot of the games that I would play at PAX or in E3 was one of these things where it's like, okay, you played it, and it's still 2 or 3 years away from release. Yeah. So by the time it rolls around, I'm like, oh yeah. That game, forgot about that.
Yeah, it was released late March of 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I probably played it in September of 2018 or maybe 2017 when I was in Seattle. Had to have been a PAX. I don't think it was an E3. Had to have been a PAX, because I think PAX would have highlighted this more than E3 would have.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's on sale for like $5, and I've been thinking about it. I really liked it. I don't know if it's Steam Deck verified or anything like that, but I'm still curious about it. I've got like another week or so to go before I have to decide to pull the trigger or not. The last time it was on sale was $5, so I think 5 is as low as it goes. Because it's normally $20, and I'm like, no way am I paying $20 for that game.
Yeah,
not a $20 game to me.
So what's your threshold for worth a shot? It's like, because you had some that was like $2 or $3, and you pulled the trigger on that one.
Yeah, $5 is fine for this, for the amount of time it's been out, and it's not pushing any hardware. You know what I'm saying? The graphics are it's not anything that you're going to take screenshots of.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, look how pretty this is, or I need to buy more RAM to run this, or something like that. That's not the kind of game that it is. You can probably see that from what you've Googled.
Yeah.
It ain't fancy. It's just, from what I remember, has some good gameplay. And I was interested in it, and so now it's in my cart on my Steam. Along with a couple of other things in my cart on my Steam. In fact, Pinball Effects is having a table sale right now. And so, well, I went through and just added all DLC to my cart. And then I looked at my cart, and my cart's telling me, like, this is available cheaper if you get it in this bundle, or in this bundle, or in this bundle. So I got to go through my cart there and, like, weed through it. Is it weed? I don't know why I'm thinking weed. You can probably guess. But anyway, is that what you do? Weed through it? Is that the right? Am I using the right turn of phrase for this?
It'll work.
Anyway,
we know what you mean.
I got to look through it.
Yeah.
And sort of weed out, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The ones where it's like, okay, if I buy this in a bundle, it'll be cheaper than buying it separately like this.
Yeah, sort everything out until you get the lowest price possible for all the DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just part of it sucks, because you'll buy a bundle that'll include a couple of tables, and then you'll look at another bundle that has some tables that doesn't have, but also has a table that you do already have.
Yeah.
And it gives you some errors and stuff. So, I mean, it's a little bit confusing on trying to figure it all out. And I'm not looking to buy every single table. It's like, that's $200 some odd. I ain't here to buy all those tables.
Yeah, you get into Railroad Tycoon territory.
Yeah. Well, that's...
which is even bigger.
It really annoyed me when they did that. It annoyed me so much when they did that. Because it's like, I bought so many tables from you guys. Well, let's be honest. You guys gave me a lot of tables. I don't want to have to rebuy them. I really, really wish they had carried over, but they never did. They never were going to. And it's something that they were It's something that Zen Studios, the developer, was really upset about. I say they were upset about it. The fan base were really upset about it. And Zen was like, we know you're upset. And if we could find a way to do it, we would. If there was a way that we could just carry it all over, we'd absolutely do that. But they said that they can't. And I mean, I'm buying what they're selling, literally, actually. But in the excuse department, I am buying what they're selling. It's something about the fact that the new table, the new way that they had done the tables, which is basically a hub area. Like, in other words, here's the free-to-play game. It comes with a free table, and then you buy tables to add to your library type of thing, just like you did before. But because of the upgrade on the mechanics and the engine and everything else that they used, they couldn't port them over, which really sucked. So anyway, I'm looking through them. There's no way that I'm going to be buying all of them. It's one of those things where you just buy some, and then the next time they're on sale, you buy some more.
Yeah.
Next time they're on sale, you buy some more. You don't have to do it all in one go. So,
but you got enough to tide you over till that sale comes, right?
If I even do, man, I ain't played pinball in a while. But then again, I ain't played pinball in a while because I got 3 tables. You know, I've only got 3 tables in my collection. I've actually got more than that if I play the older games. But in the more recent, newer ones, I only have 3 tables in there, and so I just haven't played much of them. But there's a lot, and I probably would play more if I had those tables.
Now, these brand new tables or classics?
So, they're both.
Okay.
They have a massive amount of Williams collections from the Williams tables, like Addams Family, and what's the other one? Indiana Jones is another one. That was a real world table that they converted into. Pinbot is in there, man. Love my Pinbots. Some of those other Williams tables.
Yeah, that's what I meant by classics. The real world tables that they remade.
The Williams, that's what I'm talking about. The Williams tables, and then they've got their ones that they've done, like the Back to the Future table, the Jaws table. There's the Star Trek Next Generation is a Williams table, but they do have some other Star Trek tables, Star Wars tables. They get some Marvel tables.
Jaws never had a physical table?
As far as I know, it did not.
That's a franchise I thought for sure would have a physical table.
No, never did.
Wow.
Never did.
News to me, good.
Never did. Now, they're still making new pinball tables. In fact, just this week, they announced the Pokemon table. Okay. I think we talked about this last week. The Pokemon table was announced, and it's just expensive as all hell. People don't realize pinball tables ain't cheap, man.
Yeah,
pinball tables. Maybe people are thinking, "Oh man, $500, $600, right? I'll save up and get one of those." And add another 0 to the end of that 5 and 6, and that's what you're getting: $5,000 to $6,000 for a table. AC Ray says, I couldn't respond in the kitchen, but tables in multiple bundles could be a good thing if they give you a discount for owning them. They do, except, like I said, I only own 3 tables right now. None of which I think are any kind of bundle. But they do have a lot of bundles to sift through. So I could just go through maybe this time and pick up the bundles and then go back and see like what didn't make the cut and get those individually later on down the line or something like that. So we'll see. But yeah, where was I starting with this? That's it. Snap and Proverbs. That's all that I've been playing. I wish I'd played more. Like I said, there just hasn't been a lot that I've really wanted to dig into. I hate to say it, but I'm going to put in for a review key for Marathon. If I get the review key for Marathon, I'll play it. If I don't get the review key for Marathon, I don't know that I'm going to play it. If I can get the game for a review, maybe I'll take it out for a spin and see how it goes. I'm a little hesitant.
Because of your history with Destiny?
My history with Bungie, yeah. Mainly my history with Bungie. I'm banned from Destiny. I'm not banned from Bungie games. I'm only banned from Destiny 2. If they were to release a Destiny 3, I could get back into it if I wanted to. I'm putting that with all caps underlined, bolded. If I wanted to. And And I'm putting the same thing on the end of the marathon. I could play marathon if I want to. And I'm not sure I want to do that. I don't want to diminish people with real-world addiction, people who have an addiction problem, whether it be alcohol, gambling, or gaming, or whatever. I don't want to diminish anybody that has that. But I swear to God that contemplating walking through the door of a Bungie game feels scary, almost anxiety-like, of yes or no. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your gut's telling you something.
It is. It's like, don't do it, man. Don't do it. But it's also like, maybe it's not going to be like it was with Destiny. And maybe it's not. I don't know. Of course, somebody who's addicted would say something like that, wouldn't they? This time is different, right? That's what we're saying. Mm-hmm. If you break that down, this is exactly what I'm saying, is that, oh, no, I'm not going to get hooked on it. This time it'll be different. Mm-hmm. And anybody with an addiction problem could hear that and be like, that's a red flag. Mm-hmm. That should tell you right there not to do it.
The fact that you're thinking this much about it.
Well, yeah, because, it burned me, right? Like, it burned me for one to get banned, but at the same time, it broke me free from...
You said it was a silver lining.
Yeah, it broke me free from being tied into that game space, that Destiny, what Destiny was. Mm-hmm. And, part of me is like, I can get back with my guys, start playing again with my friends and get back into that. Maybe, I don't know. I looked at it and I'm like, I don't really... Right. It's like, Thar says, Marathon's not really like Destiny, though. It's more like Arc Raiders, I guess. A game that I haven't played. And if it is more like Arc Raiders, then that alleviates a little bit of the pressure on me. Because number one, I don't necessarily know what Arc Raiders is like, but if it's not like Destiny, then that kind of says, okay, it's not like Destiny. Right? It's not going to have you hooked in that regard. You're not going to be going out there doing bounties all day, I assume. Mm. I really haven't paid too much attention about it. It was shown at the State of Play that Sony had this past week. Mm-hmm. And that really didn't pull me in. It was just like, we're getting closer, and, they're about to do a big server slam coming up final weekend of February into March. Maybe try it out then, perhaps, give it a go, and see how that goes for me. I don't know. Yeah, Thar says I might try the open weekend. Maybe I do that, I still would put in for a review key, but maybe I play the weekend thing. And if the review key comes in and I'm like, no, I'm not getting into that. Whether it be something that scares me because of the addiction to it or something that just says it didn't work for me, And if it's not like Destiny, there's a chance that it won't work for me. Mm-hmm. If it is like Destiny, there's a chance that I would recognize that and either run like hell away from it or somehow backflip justify it, to either play it, to either backflip justify myself into saying, like, it's not going to get me this time. I've already, I've been down that road. I know how bad it can be. I'm not going to let it get that bad again, right? Mm-hmm. That is some high-quality BS. High quality. Or I tell myself that you're making excuses. Don't do this. Mm-hmm. Stay away. Stay away. So, yeah. I realize that people listening to this, whether you are gamers or not gamers, probably thinking you are way overthinking this. But you've got to understand the way that Destiny dominated my life. And I mean my life. I don't mean my downtime, my free time, my gaming time. Dominated my life. Free time meant Destiny. And when free time was done, Destiny took a little bit more time out of both ends of that. Mm-hmm. The beginning of free time and the end of free time, Destiny was like, start early. Okay, that's great. Now you're done, but maybe go do a little something else, Maybe run a little something else. And you just keep stacking onto that thing, You gotta earn your badges for the year. So go play a bunch of, God, what was the damn name of the game mode? Gambit.
Yeah, the one I couldn't stand.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. Go play some Gambit in Destiny. Go run a strike or go do something. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's just a thought. But the more I think about it, and like they said, it's not really like Destiny though. It's more like Arc Raiders, which is something I haven't played.
Mm-hmm.
It does give that sense of I think it's three. I think it's teams of 3, whereas Destiny was teams of like 6.
Oh yeah, for the
teams of 6 in multiplayer, teams of 6 in raids, but teams of 3 in strikes, teams of 3 in just regular group up type activities.
The limit depending on the mode that you were playing.
It did, yeah. This tells you even more because I really haven't paid attention to Marathon as much because I don't even know what the teams are. I don't know how it's built. I don't know what you do. I have no idea.
Standard max in Arc Raiders is 3.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a looter shooter, of course, but it's got PvP aspects to it, which I'm not good at. One of the reasons I got banned from Destiny because they were saying that I was cheating, and I was playing Iron Banner, and that's when it kicked me out. And you can look at my record and look, it's like there was no advantage being taken. There was no advantage being taken there. You can look at my play history to know I wasn't doing that great. So how was I cheating?
Yeah. If
that's what it was. They never said I was cheating. They just said I was banned. They didn't give me a reason as to why.
Yeah.
And when I asked, they said, you know why, and wouldn't tell me. It's like, I don't know why. Because I'm not good at the game. First off, I played the game. This is going back a ways, and I'm repeating myself a bit here. But first off, I played the game for years and years and years and years and years. Years and years and years and years and years and years. Again, Destiny 1 into Destiny 2, years and years of gaming. 10, I think. No exploits, no cheating, no nothing bad. And then, then I get kicked off the server because apparently something was being done, and I don't know what, and they wouldn't tell me. But if you go back and look at my PvP record, it's not there. There is no indication of exploiting in PvP at all. I was good at Gambit, or could be good at Gambit. I had my good times, I had my bad times. But in the competitive mode, Iron Banner, stuff like that, there was nothing. There was no sign of exploitation. So I don't know what it was, but still banned and whatever. And that should be enough, right? That should be enough right there to be like, just stay away from Bungie. Since they can just ban you for whatever reason at all and will not tell you what could have been going on that they would have done that. I have no idea. So, anyway, that's brought us to the bottom of the hour here. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will jump back into the news. Well, we'll jump into the news, I guess. We did have the Sony State of Play to go over there, so there's that to talk about and much more. I'm keeping... normally, this would be the day we go back to like classic games and stuff like that, but because we're so far behind in modern game, I say modern, but last year's games, I'm just sticking with last year's games. So what we've got here is a game, I don't know what this is. We have a game called Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo.
Okay.
Okay is the right answer to that. That's the right response. Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo. It's the title track from that game. I don't know what game it is. It's just, that's one I found, and it had a title track to it, so that's what we're going to hear. We'll be back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. Welcome back in to In-Game Chat. It's the main theme here from Mario Kart World. It's got an odd...
Yeah, it doesn't sound like your standard Nintendo
themes. It's got an... It's oddly... for me, it's oddly Andrew WK-ish. Which is weird, because the harmonica throws you off on that. But the more I listen to it, the more I was like, man, that sounds like something AWK would do. So, yeah. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody, back from the break here. And we're going to dive into the news. And I really don't know where to start. Start with that Discord thing.
Yeah. We gave enough of a teaser for it in the first segment.
Well, for me, I'm just now kind of getting into what it was all about.
Mm-hmm.
This happened on the 9th, which I think was Monday. Back in 2025, Discord began an experiment in which some users were asked to scan their faces or IDs in order to verify that they were old enough to access sensitive content. But experiments, generally speaking, are tests, and tests, generally speaking, are something you do in pursuit of a particular goal. And now here we are, not quite a year later, and Discord is preparing to roll out face scanning and ID checks globally for users who need to prove they're adults. You'll still be able to use Discord if you opt not to participate in this particular surveillance nightmare, but beginning in early March, you may find yourself locked into a teen-appropriate experience if you don't. That means content filters, age gates, the inability to speak in staged channels, essentially channels that enable a group of people to converse while an audience listens, and restrictions on direct messages and friend requests as well. They say may because, according to Discord, most adult users will be able to bypass facial scans and ID requirements through its new age inference system rolling out at the same time, which uses factors including account tenure, device and activity data, and aggregated high-level patterns across Discord communities, but not any message content. Discord emphasized to anonymously determine whether you're an adult. Bottom line is that if all goes well and the machine is able to correctly guess your age based on what it sees you doing, you won't need to bother with submitting their face or photo ID in order to prove you're 18 or older. Rolling out teen by default settings globally builds on Discord's existing safety architecture, giving teens strong protections while allowing verified adults flexibility, said a spokesperson for Discord. They described it as privacy-forward age assurance. Yeah, back in October 2025, one of their vendor partners leaked an estimated 70,000 age verification photos just 4 months ago. Names, usernames, emails, last 4 digits of credit cards, IP addresses. No reason to assume it won't happen again. The even bigger issue, though, is the growing embrace of the digital panopticon across the online world. The UK Online Safety Bill is a massive threat to online privacy, security, and speech. Instead of security, we will have backdoors and end-to-end encryption. And instead of free speech, we'll have scanning and filtering of all content all the time. They've since kind of rolled back on that. On Monday, the messaging platform announced it would require all adult users in March to verify their age. Submitting a video selfie to remove age-gated restrictions. If you didn't do it, you're viewed as a teenager, which means you'd be restricted. The response by users was swift and universal. They are absolutely ready to leave Discord behind. One Reddit user wrote, asking me for a copy of my government ID is a deal breaker for me for unnecessary platforms. There is no universe in which I will prioritize upload ID over delete account. There's a reason to be wary of sharing sensitive data with Discord and third-party companies that will aid in age verification. Last fall, one of Discord's third-party partners experienced a security breach. We mentioned 70,000 users. I was probably one of those. On Tuesday, they updated the initial announcement with more information, clarifications that can only be described as damage control, saying, for the majority of adult users, we will be able to confirm your age group using information we already have. We use age prediction to determine with high confidence when a user is an adult. This allows many adults to access age-appropriate features without completing an explicit age check. So they're really trying to stress, look, it ain't going to be all of you. Doesn't matter.
Damage has been done already.
Really?
I mean, the number of websites that's been popping up talking about the best alternatives to Discord.
Yeah, Google searches for Discord alternative have increased by more than 10... Well, hang on. They screwed up a comma. 100,000%. They put a comma after 10, and then there was 4 zeros, and I was like, that's not how commas work in numbers.
I think the thing is, but a lot of people have been so used to Discord, they never even thought of an alternative for it. And then this happens, and then suddenly everybody's, let's find an alternative.
About to give you a back in my day.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
Insert banjo twang here.
Uh-huh. Back in my day, we had IRC. Old Internet Relay Chat. Yeah. Oh, and there was a really good program that like combined all of your chatbot. Well, I say chatbots. They weren't chatbots at the time. They were your messaging services.
Yeah.
I think it was called Trillion. People in Twitch chat are going to know.
Yeah.
Is it Trillion? It combined like MSN Messenger, AOL Messenger, IRC, all those things.
Yeah.
All into like one group so that you could have them all together and not have to have a bunch of them open. So, yeah. Back in my day. Because I'm old. I was there when the internet was born. Let's see. Alternative platforms have been gaining such traction as Discord users trying. Chat apps like Stoat, which I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
Matrix, which I've never heard of before, other than the movies. Mumble, which I've never heard of before. TeamSpeak, that one I'm familiar with. That's going back a ways.
Yep.
Or what was the old? Again, folks in the chat room are going to know. Didn't GameSpy have a chat thing with it? Or maybe TeamSpeak was what you used with that. Well, I can't remember.
I see a list that popped up to me that said Slack, Microsoft Teams, TeamSpeak, like you said, Mumble, and something called Telegram.
I don't remember Mumble. Yeah, some Steam users have made the case that Valve should just go all in on its own chat platform. Sure, go right ahead.
Sort of the situations we talked about before, when a company leaves an opening, a lot of others can fill that spot right in.
I feel like Steam could absolutely do something.
Yeah,
like
Steam
that.
could. Yeah, I can see Steam doing something like that.
Yeah.
Or they possibly had something waiting in the works.
I'm surprised they don't. I mean, they have a chat system set up on Steam as it is. They could really refine that. It's not great. You can share video, you can stream video through it and that sort of thing, but it's still like Discord easily beats it out as far as user experience is concerned. But they could easily tweak that and get something out of it.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick show note here that, and I know I'm putting this right at the beginning, or right in the middle of the show. I'll do it at the top of the next hour too. No show next week. We are off next week, so no show next week. Just letting you know. Anyway, the whole thing with Discord is that I don't think they're sticking with it that I know of. I could be wrong.
Thor in the chat said Vertigo. Is that one?
Sorry, I don't mean to yawn. I drink those energy drinks so that I wouldn't, but yeah, it's getting me. No.
It wasn't Vertigo. Okay. Yeah.
I've not heard. I don't know of that, but then again, I didn't hear Mumble. So.
Yeah, bottom line is, so there's a lot of alternatives to Discord out there, and they're getting noticed right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We do have more layoffs, and we've got some significant ones here. Riot Games laid off dozens from the 2XKO development team less than a month after the launch. It says less than a month after the launch of its free-to-play 2v2 tag team fighting game 2XKO, Riot Games is scaling back its development team. Producer Tom Cannon said that despite securing a passionate core audience, the new game hasn't reached the level needed to support a team of this size long term. I'm not going to go into his, corporate speak there. Because the rest of it is exactly what that is. Riot has confirmed to IGN that the cuts will affect approximately 80 roles globally, representing less than half of the total team. Figures are not final, however, as some staff may find roles elsewhere within the company. Like IGN, so this story comes from IGN. And IGN says, IGN thought 2XKO was great. It got an 8 out of 10 in our review, in which we wrote, 2XKO has found a way to distill what's fun about tag fighters while mitigating a lot of the pain points that typically come with the territory. I don't care. You can review a game, you can give it a 10 out of 10. If it ain't a game people want to play, they're not going to play it.
Yeah.
You know, if you're doing... Well, I mean, we've got another one we're going to be talking about, and I'm specifically speaking of High Guard.
Mm-hmm.
Hype it up all you want, give it great reviews. If people don't want to play it, they're not going to play it.
Yeah.
Your reviews could absolutely be legit, you know? And I'm not saying any of their reviews aren't legit. I'm just saying that your review could be, and you can look at that across the board. I mean, High Guard, as far as I know, did not get bad ratings. Average or better for a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
higher on the better side than it was more the average side, but still, they were not bad reviews. Mm-hmm. But people that were looter shooter again. We're doing this again. We're doing this again.
Yeah.
We're doing this again, which is
burnout.
Which is one of the reasons that I'm sort of eyebrow raising over there looking at Marathon.
Yeah.
Like, do we really need another one of you?
Mm-hmm.
I have every faith that Bungie could pull it off if we do need another one of those, or if the space can be shared. I feel like Bungie has the better chance of surviving that than other studios would. But I also realize they are not untouchable. They have taken so much flack for Destiny 2, especially in the later instances of the game. I feel like I got out of it in good time. Like, they banned me at a pretty good time.
Yeah.
Because everything that came out, I wish I could have been there for the final shape. Just because I wish I could have completed my arc, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then once shape was done, if I got banned after that or whatever the case, then that's fine. I at least saw it through to the end.
Yeah. And
I hate that I couldn't do that. But at the same time, I heard really bad things about not only the final shape, but everything that came after final shape. I heard really bad things.
Mm-hmm. I think the case was the final shape should have been the final thing, but you tried to stretch the story a little further than you wanted to.
I think a Destiny 3 should have existed.
Yeah.
I think that a Destiny 3 should have been made, should have been announced, should have been something like, yeah, we're working on that.
Mm-hmm.
We're not there yet, but we're working on that. But no, we didn't even get that.
Mm-hmm.
So, don't care about your review, IGN. If nobody's playing your game, nobody's playing the game. Thar asked, did we talk about State of Play? No, we haven't. But in about 10 minutes, we will. In about 16 minutes, we will. Because there's a bunch of commercials at the top of the hour. I watched it last night, the State of Play. And as I was watching, and I sort of fell asleep through some of it, but as I was watching, that's just because I was tired, not because I was bored. But as I was watching, I thought, this is pretty good. Not necessarily just... Sure, the games that they were showing off were nice, but also the fact that it was just game after game after game after game. When they kept going with that, now you did have a couple of people talking, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But as they kept going with like, here's another game, here's another game, here's another game.
Yeah, it's the format we like.
Here's another game. I loved it. Yeah. I absolutely loved it. So, yeah, we're going to be talking about that. I know AC Wraith, Legacy of Kain, yes. But there's another one. There was another one in that lineup. There was actually 2 or 3. We're going to go over them.
Yeah, there was one that stuck out to me. I thought of you as soon as I saw it.
I bet you did, and I'll tell you. And I'm almost. I have 2 options there, and I'm not sure which one you're thinking of, but we'll go over that.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, we're not going to talk during the break. I'm just letting everybody know. Me and RJ are not going to talk about it during the break. In fact, during breaks, we usually don't talk about games. We're usually talking about whatever's on the TV, be it football and right now golf. But we're not going to talk about it because I legit want to see if I know what he's thinking of. Mm-hmm. There's 2 specifically that one or the other he's talking about that he's going to think that I'm interested in. And you're right, I am, for both. The one you're thinking of and the one that you're not thinking of. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're definitely going to be talking about that coming up at the top of the hour. We had another one. We had another layoff type thing. And it was Highguard. 16 days after the launch of Highguard, the studio has laid off most of the staff. Just before this comes from PCGamer.com, by the way. Just before launch, Highguard devs told PC Gamer it wouldn't need huge player numbers to succeed. Just over 2 weeks after releasing the PvP raid shooter Highguard on Steam, developer Wildlight Entertainment has reportedly laid off an unspecified but seemingly large number of employees. The initial word of the layoffs came from level designer Alex Grenier, I suppose, or Grenier, I don't know, who said in a message on LinkedIn, "Unfortunately, along with most of the team at Wildlight, I was laid off today. This one really stings, as there was a lot of unreleased content I was really looking forward to that I and others designed for Highguard." These sudden layoffs seem to contradict the expectations for Highguard that lead designer Mohammed Alavi, expressed to PC Gamer shortly before. He said, "Honestly, we don't need player counts to be super huge in order to be successful. What we're really hoping for is a core group of fans that love us that will allow us to grow. 2 weeks seems like an inadequate amount of time for any game to find a core group of fans. Even if Highguard's player numbers out of the gate have been weak for a free-to-play game, dropping from an initial 97,000 into the low thousands. Multiple other developers with full-time roles at the studio have shared that they're also looking for work. My position was impacted by the studio layoffs at Wildlight today. This has been an incredible team, and it's immensely difficult to process that the ride is over," the principal sound designer wrote. Using similar language, lead tech artist Josh Sobel shared that he was also laid off, along with most of the staff. An hour after the news of the layoffs began to circulate, Wildlight Entertainment issued a short statement on X. "Today, we made an incredibly difficult decision to part ways with a number of our team members while keeping a core group of developers to continue innovating on and supporting the game. We're proud of the team, talent, and the product we've created together. We're also grateful for players who gave the game a shot and those who continue to be part of our community." But there goes another one.
We don't need a large base to succeed.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem... Does that make sense to you? Or does it have that broad definition of what success is?
I'm trying to see how you justify that. Like, you're a free-to-play game. It's free-to-play, right?
I believe so.
I think it's free-to-play. So wouldn't you need a large number of players buying your cosmetics and supplemental stuff and whatever else that you're selling in order to continue to fund?
Free-to-play, yeah. So you need you got to have income coming in. Having a bigger player base, would
that's why I don't understand that statement.
So that statement, that bugged me. We don't need a huge player base to succeed. Success.
We just need 1 or 2 millionaires to throw a bunch of money at us.
Yeah. I'm just like, because if success involves success, your definition of success must not mean income that it can generate. If that's the case,
yeah.
So I don't know where they were coming from with that.
I don't either. I don't know how that works. We don't need a huge player base in order to survive. I mean, it depends. I don't know how much money they put into the game.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe the idea is that, no, we don't need a huge number of people because, whatever the number is, whatever that number could have been, I don't know what it is, but whatever that number could have been low enough to say if all we have are these people and they each spend just $5 or whatever, we're good, we're golden, we're fine, because maybe the team's not very big. Maybe it didn't cost a lot to produce the game, to make the game. I don't know. So that's a weird statement, but they know their numbers better than we do because they're the ones holding on to the numbers and not releasing those things.
Yeah.
So.
Just another in a long line of layoffs.
I know.
Man.
That number grows. So the show posts that I do every Sunday after a show, there's two running. They're not jokes anymore. One's a running joke, but then there's another one that's a running tally. And so the running joke is, how long's it been since we've had a Splinter Cell game? That number keeps ticking upwards. The other one that's not a joke is how many job losses we've had in the year of 2020 since January 1, 2026.
In the gaming market. Yeah.
Right. Hang on, I'll tell you here in a second because we got enough time to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I'm getting you a number here for job losses. 2025 had 5,300 job losses. Complete total, January 1 to December 31st, 5,300. That's a rather round number, but it's an estimation.
Yeah.
5,300. 2026, so far, from January 1, we're at 1,300. So, a month and a half in the year, we're at 1,300 job losses.
Mm-hmm.
Wildlight Entertainment is listed on this, so they are keeping up to date. There's Riot Games talking about the 80. There's Wildlight Entertainment talking around 100. So, yeah. Just going to continue to go up. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the state of play from Sony and everything that was announced there. It's a really good state of play.
Mm-hmm.
Really can't wait to go over it with you. We got music here from Duck Detective. I played the first one. I wouldn't say the sequel. Maybe they're episodic or something like that. But there was the first one, Duck Detective, and I can't remember what the subtitle was on that one. This one is Duck Detective, The Ghost of Glamping is what it was called. The track for this one is called Ghost. We'll be back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. Really love this music.
And you like Chicken Police.
I know, right? Yeah. Did Poker Night at the Inventory have this kind of music too?
I want to say it did.
I think it did.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll be right back. right, welcome back into In-Game Chat. Music from, was it Mickey and Friends, Illusion Island, something like that? Mickey Mouse and Friends, Illusion Island, something like that. That's what it was called. It's got some pretty good music to it.
You know, so we got golf on the TV in the studio, and this sounds like something as the intro to
right, yeah.
the golf.
Welcome to the Masters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that did sound like the intro to a golf game.
God, that's coming up, isn't it? Masters coming up.
Yeah, Masters is coming up soon.
Yeah. All right, welcome back to the show. Let's jump into our State O Play. Was really happy with this one.
Yep.
I'm going to go down the list, and when I get to the one that I think you think that I'm thinking of.
The one that made me think of you?
Yeah. I'll bring that up.
All right.
Excuse me as I take that drink. I tried another new energy drink today.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same one from the gas station, but it's not the blue flavor, which was crap.
Yeah.
They had one called Ultra, and so I picked that up.
Mm-hmm.
I have since, and you probably saw me during, not this past break, but the break before, I've since poured all of that out and threw it away.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't bad, but it was called Ultra for a reason, and I am not going to do that anymore.
Mm-hmm. So just stick with red, right?
Red is, yes. Mm-hmm. Red's where we're sticking. We're sticking with red. We're not going blue. We're not going Ultra ever again. Red is what we got, so that's what we're keeping. All right, the state of play for Sony. Most of these games are going to be not necessarily, they're not going to be PlayStation exclusives, but we'll tell you as we go along. We saw Kena, Scars of Cosmora, if I'm pronouncing any of that right. Kena was a game that was released in 2021. Bridge of Spirits, I believe is what it was called. Not necessarily a launch title, because 2020 is when the PlayStation 5 launched. Oops. But, it was a year later, and this game came out, and I was just like, it looks nice, it looks whatever, but not something that I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
But I think I picked... No, I didn't pick it up, but I think it's been on sale for many times, down to like $20.
I'm trying to remember if it was ever free.
Could have been. I don't know. I didn't check
Plus
my...
members,
yeah, I didn't check my PlayStation Plus. You're very well... you're possibly right on that it could have been free. Mm-hmm. Well, something just happened. Hang on. I gotta... Oh. Bloober team have made a new announcement that they are working on Layers of Fear 3. There's going to be a video popping up. It says in about 4 minutes. This could have been 4 minutes ago when it happened. But, apparently on their YouTube channel, they're going to be showing off Layers of Fear 3. Mm-hmm. Layers of Fear, I watched somebody play the first one or the second one. It wasn't really horror. It was way more puzzle than it was horror. It had some creepy, spooky moments, but nothing that was really like, scary type stuff.
So like suspense?
More atmospheric.
Okay.
Anyway, so Kena Bridge of Spirits, I didn't think did well, and I just thought, that's okay. But here it is, getting a sequel. That'll be out sometime this year. PlayStation and PC. Ghosts of Yote, the Legends DLC, got a release date, March 10th. It'll be free. It will have co-op, multiplayer mode, 4 playable classes.
I saw that and it was pretty much the same thing that Ghost of Tsushima had with their DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. So lather, rinse, repeat.
Not surprising. Yeah. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. We got a PC release date, March 19th for that one. A game from Bad Robot Games. Oh boy, what's his name? J.J. Abrams' development. His production company. Game called For Loop. Mm-hmm. I was not interested.
Not interested in the Dark Souls do it till you get it right mentality.
Right. No.
That wasn't me.
I wasn't big on it. We got more info, I guess, about Pragmata. That demo is now available. It comes out April 24th, but there is a demo for it. It is on PC, and it is on PlayStation 5. I don't know if it's on any of the other one. Oh, no. The new trailer ends with a reveal of Pragmata gameplay demo, available now across the game's various launch platforms. So you can play the demo on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, and PC. Resident Evil Requiem, release date February 27th. I don't follow Resident Evil enough to really care too much, but I know people are big fans and they can't wait to play it.
Big fans of the series. Sure happy about it, but I don't think I've played Resident Evil since. Let's see. I played the remake of 2, got 3 from the PlayStation Plus games.
Right.
I've got 7 Village, and I never played it. I got it though, and the one before that, the one in the one takes place with in Louisiana. I think the one with Ethan. The one before. I know it wasn't 6. I've got the wrong one. Probably 7 then, or 7 or 8. Either way, the last two, the 2 games with Ethan as the protagonist, I've got them, but I never played them. One I remember most is the remakes of 2 and 3.
Speaking of remakes, we got the announcement of Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered. That might be one that you were thinking. I don't think it's the one, though, but that might have been one you were thinking I would have been interested in. But I don't think that's the one. It's not the one, is it? Okay, all right, that's good, because I don't think that was it. The final chapter of the Soul Reaver saga, first released in 2003, is coming via Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered. The remaster features new character skins, lost levels, and a photo mode. And apparently, the Legacy of Kain series is also getting a new 2D action game. The thing about this is that, they remade Legacy, the Soul Reaver 1 and 2, and then they did or remastered those, and then they remastered Defiance. That's great. You're missing 2 more games in the saga. One of those you don't have to touch. You can leave Blood Omen 2 alone. It does not. If you want to remake it, sure, but it doesn't need to be remade. It felt like a stopgap in between Soul Reaver 2 and Defiance. Like, hey, I know you're waiting on the next one, but we're going to jump back and do a prequel and do Blood Omen 2. That plays nothing like the original Blood Omen. It felt like a quick little, let's keep them going until we can get something proper out.
This will tide you over till we get to the next one.
Yeah.
To the real one. Yeah.
Now, I don't mind it. That doesn't mean it's part of the canon. It's part of the lore. And sure, if you want to be a completionist, why not go ahead and remake it? But you are doing a massive disservice to your community by not going back to Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, and remastering that. I tried playing it through like PlayStation Plus Extra or whatever it was, and it was really difficult to do. It badly needs some help. Just remake it, remaster it, whatever the case may be, but do it some justice. If you're going to do all these other games in the series, don't skip that one. It's the one that started it all. It's the one that lays out the whole lore of Nosgoth, the whole beginning of Kain, who is absolutely core to the lore and the story. There is no Soul Reaver 2, and there is no Soul Reaver 1 and Soul Reaver 2. There is no Defiance. There is no Blood Omen 2 without that first game. So do it proper and go back and redo it. Really go back and redo it. If you want to tweak the gameplay of it, sure. But don't tweak it in the sense that you put it in Blood Omen 2's engine or something like that, where it suddenly becomes a third-person action type game. I need what it was before, and I need it in that vein. But I don't know why they're not touching it. Yes, Blood Omen had that little what do they call them? It's the game where it's kind of top down and tilted a little bit.
With isometric view?
Isometric.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Hmm.
I think that's what I'm thinking of. Isometric. But yeah. But yeah, I go back to that, man. Go back to that. Love that. Then we got some games that I am absolutely not interested in. RPG Brigandine Abyss.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's not the one you were thinking was mine.
No. I just if it didn't get my interest, it didn't get it. I just passed on by it.
Dead or Alive 6, last round, coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC on June 25th. Mm-hmm. The jiggle physics are back.
Yay. That's part of its charm.
It really was.
But other than that was the fact that they were announcing that
they were
doing another DOA.
Yeah, so another DOA, Dead or Alive game in development.
DOA 7, hopefully.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, because Virtua Fighter is coming out, finally stepping up to Virtua Fighter 6. So I'll be picking that up. This one I'll be looking at as well, especially if it gets a big online competitive aspect going on it.
Oh, I'm sure it'll make the final round playing. You know what I'm saying? It'll make the not final round. It'll make the Evo tournaments.
Yeah, but at Evo was making more of a side tournament thing. Mm-hmm. It wasn't big enough, I guess.
It won't
to make the main stage. It was like off to the side somewhere, kind of like Virtua Fighter was for the longest time. But Dead or Alive and Virtua Fighter, two of my favorite 3D fighters. So I'm probably going to be looking into Last Round as well as their new project while waiting for VF6.
We also got to look at Control Resonant, which I don't know if this is a sequel or if it's more of just kind of a side story thing.
I thought it was maybe a prequel.
Or that.
Got the first one free, but I never played that.
Yeah, same thing. I've got it. I haven't played it. I think it's still installed on my PC. I did play like a little bit of the tutorial, and then something, some shiny object distracted me, and I stopped playing it. Oh, Ball Pit. That's the shiny object that distracted me.
That'll do it.
In a new gameplay reveal trailer, developer Remedy Entertainment showcased the traversal powers of your character as the protagonist who runs across the side of buildings in an alternate version of Manhattan. The folding cityscape is reminiscent of strange but gripping scenes from movies like Inception and Doctor Strange. It was. I liked how they used the use of gravity and whatever it was to, sort of...
I want to say change your perception.
Yeah, change your perception of where you are and how that works. It was very very Mario Galaxy in that regard, where gravity is dependent upon, I don't know. I liked it. I doubt I'll play it, but I liked it. Co-op action RPG Crimson Moon was announced to be released sometime this fall. That'll probably get pushed back. PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 5. It's an RPG. It wasn't something that was pulling me in.
Mm-hmm.
We got another look at Beast of Reincarnation. August 4th release date for PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC. Game Freak's upcoming action game impresses again in a new trailer showcased during State of Play. The video showcases breakneck combat sequences and massive bosses that fill arenas with deadly flora and fauna. It looked pretty. Not just in this reveal or in this trailer, but in the reveal that they had ever how long ago it was. Mm-hmm. It looked really pretty. It also looked like something I probably won't play. Mm-hmm. It had that Souls-like experience to it. It had that sort of Souls-like combat, Souls-like, not just difficulty, but
it had that challenging gameplay that
some would say charm.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
I wouldn't call it charm, but yeah. It had that, and it's not that turns me off or away from him. It's just that I know what I really enjoy playing. And about the only one that I'll ever sort of put my time in with would be Bloodborne.
Yeah.
if they would do something to come back around to that.
And a lot of other people, because people want to see Bloodborne put on the PC or on the current gen consoles. Something. Do something with it.
Yeah. We got the Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition. That released on the 13th. So yesterday for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch, along with PC as well. Digital Eclipse returned to lend its signature treatment to Ubisoft's Rayman series, which is celebrating its 30th anniversary. This special edition features an interactive documentary and museum-like elements. It includes Rayman's 5 original versions. Explore the platforming mascot's history digitally tomorrow, or add it to your physical collection on June 26th. I never played a Rayman game, with the exception of whatever that Rayman game was that Ubisoft put it out. I think they put it out on tablets and phones for a while, but then they actually did do a release of it. It was kind of one of those infinite runner type things. Mm-hmm. And I can't remember what it was called, but it was Rayman something, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
But I never played the original Rayman games.
Yeah. I think the last one I actually played was Raving Rabbids.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a party game or whatever, but I think that was the last one I played. But I've heard of the Rayman series, of course.
Yeah. Was that a Sega thing? No, PlayStation. It was PlayStation. Yeah. I think it was PlayStation, original PlayStation. Mina the Hollower got a brand new demo that came out today, or yesterday, actually. But it's getting a spring 2026 release. Current and last-gen consoles will get it, Switch 1 and 2, and PC. These are the guys who did Shovel Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Mina the Hollower is an upcoming Zelda-like that is coming out sometime this spring. Neva is getting a Prologue DLC coming out on all platforms. That'll be February the 19th. I think I did buy that during a sale. I really should play that. Maybe that's what I jump into next. If I did buy it. I think I did. I can't remember. Their first game, Gree, was absolutely stunningly beautiful.
Yeah, the art game, yeah.
Stunningly beautiful. When games as art is talked about, and sometimes it's done so very tongue-in-cheek, that felt like it was an exemplification of games as art. Mm-hmm. There was some absolute beauty in that game. And if you've forgotten what I was talking about, it was Gris. Gris is the name of the game. You can find it on a lot of platforms, and I think probably pretty cheap, because it's been out for a while. So much they have, their next game out, which I haven't played it, so I don't know if there is any relation to the first game. But the art style is similar, and I absolutely loved Gris. This next one. I thought of you on this one, RJ. But really? I also thought of James. I also thought of Jeremy and Matt. I thought of us as a group because of Tenchu.
Yeah.
Did you play Tenchu?
No, but I've watched you play it over at Jeremy Store years back. But I know Tenchu Self-Assassins.
God,
I looked at
it.
this Yako Shinobi Ops, and I thought isometric stealth, yeah. So invisible ink, but more action.
Yeah.
I don't think it's turn based. This one doesn't look turn based.
No, it is not turn based. It's not turn based, which is for me. Hey, that's great. Yeah. I'm not big on my turn based games.
And I looked at it and I thought about it. Are there any straight action isometric? Because isometric I always thought with turn based stealth and a slower pace of gaming. But this looks like...
I feel like there is, but I can't tell you off the top of my head right now.
Yeah, because this looked like full-fledged action isometric stealth. Stealth isometric format.
And it's cooperative, too. A cooperative stealth game with it's an isometric camera infiltrate Japanese castle town as one of 4 ninjas, each with seemingly unique abilities, while evading or assassinating demonic-looking guards. The game looks amazing. It comes out next year, only on PlayStation 5. Mm-hmm. We also got Krafton Games announced Project Windless. To be determined on the release date. PlayStation 5 is a definite, and then if it's going to get anything else, we don't know. Mm-hmm. But it's an adaptation of The Bird That Drinks Tears, a Korean novel about a rooster fighting off armies of zealots with its twin blades. I thought of that when I was watching it. I don't know anything about The Bird That Drinks Tears. Mm-hmm. But watching this big chicken,
yeah,
this swole chicken,
yeah,
fighting all these people, I was just like, that's a chicken.
Yeah, super rooster,
super chicken.
Yeah, foghorn leghorn got a glow up.
Yes.
Yeah.
He hit the gym or the roids, one or the other, man.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to break here because we are at the bottom of the hour here. So we're going to come back and we're going to hit the rest of these games. And we still have not hit the one that I think RJ is probably thinking of me, although I think we're very close. We have music here from Elden Ring Night Rain. It is the title track called Night Rain. So here it is. We'll be right back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. There it is. Welcome back into In-Game Chat. Music again from Mario Kart World. This is DK Pass is the name of this track. Or, well, the name of this track and probably the name of the track in the game. I don't normally dip twice into a game like this, but Mario Kart World had a ton of music. Mm-hmm. Anyway, welcome back to the show. Let's continue on with our trek through the Sony State of Play that we had. So this next game, because we're going apparently in order as they were revealed. I didn't watch the State of Play live. However, there were two trailers that I watched after it was over with, because I had heard that these were announced during the game. There were two trailers that I watched, and the first of those two was for this next game. Is this next game? Now I know you're following. I think you're following along with me here.
Yeah, we're on the same article.
Is this the game you thought of me with?
Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought. It was either this one or the John Wick game. Mm-hmm. I felt like it was this one, and this one is Star Wars Galactic Racer.
Yep.
Yeah, and you know, and I know that you know why. Mm-hmm. Because it gives you Burnout vibes.
Yeah.
It gives me Burnout vibes.
Yeah.
Why?
It's Burnout Pod Racer.
Because it's got developers who worked for Criterion who are on the development team for this game.
Mm-hmm. And it looked like futuristic Burnout, because
it absolutely did.
There's crashes, there's wrecks, there's all types of violent collisions you can do in this thing, and it's got a little looks like it got a little story mode going in there with it.
I think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Lucasfilm just debuted a second trailer for Star Wars Galactic Racer, this time showing off the various speeder bikes and pod racing vehicles we can expect to pilot in its upcoming racing game. Look at those crash physics, is what this article says. The release date is sometime this year for PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox Series X and S. Yes, there are high Burnout vibes that I get from Star Wars Galactic Racer.
Mm-hmm.
If I see more of this, and I am pretty sure that I will see more of this that shows off more of what I'm thinking that is there, I think we're going to get. I think this is the Burnout we're supposed to be getting.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to get a Burnout that's wrapped in a Star Wars bag, I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know, if I have to get a Burnout that has wipeout physics, I'll take it.
And there's a lot of wipeouts in this game. Looking at that trailer, yeah.
Well, you remember Wipeout for PlayStation, right? You know,
yeah, I do.
That's sort of the more refined I don't want to say more refined, but the futuristic F-Zero, even though F-Zero is futuristic enough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was. Yeah, what I saw of this really got me interested. Really was like, I'm keeping my eye on you. I want to see more.
Yeah, when I was looking at this thing, I was thinking, okay, it looks like Burnout. You got Star Wars, popular franchise with you.
Yeah, like I know we saw gameplay.
Like yeah.
I'm almost positive we got some gameplay in there. But what I really want to see is just give me one race. Show me one race.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got two different modes. We got a first person, or the bumper view. I guess I don't know if they're bumper views on pod racers, but anyway, you got third person view behind the car, and then you got on the car type views.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. That's fine. But I want to see a race. I want to see give me one lap of a race. You know, just so I can see what this thing is doing and see what's all in there. And if it is, and if it's what I think it is, then take my money. Absolutely take my money.
Yeah.
I am all in on Galactic Racer if it is the game that I think that it is. And it really feels like it is that game. We got another trailer for 007 First Light, release date May 27th on, all your platforms. It was fine. It might as well be 00 Uncharted, is what it feels like to me. It's like Nathan Drake as a super spy.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I get off of this thing.
Great value James Bond. That's what we're getting. So yeah,
I tell you, man, it doesn't even feel like James Bond. I know it's got the James Bond like sheen going on. Like here's the name, here's the thing, here's all the Bond elements of it. But every time I watch it, I'm just like, man, that's a good looking Uncharted. It's like, boy, they're doing Uncharted again, and they're just putting him in a 007 skin. All right, I'll take it. What else do we get? We got the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2. This was cool because, we're getting a collection of Metal Gear Solid 4 and a couple of other Metal Gear Solids as well. But still, Metal Gear Solid 4 has only ever been accessible on the PlayStation 3. Never had it on PC, never had it on any other platforms. It was only available for PS3.
Yeah, and I never really thought about that.
Backwards compatible maybe for PS4, I don't know.
I haven't tried it because I still have the game, and I never thought about it not being available on anything else because I still had the game, so I never thought about it being on any other console or platform. So yeah, that is good.
I feel like
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed MSG4. Yeah.
For me, that's where MSG stopped. Like there was MSG5 Phantom Pain, but I felt like that was like no.
That was a prequel, wasn't it? Because the timeline was all jacked up, but MSG4, that playing through that game, that really felt like the final.
It did.
The final.
It really felt like the end.
Game.
Yeah. And so when they went and did Metal Gear Solid 5, it was kind of like when it's kind of like there's only 3 Indiana Jones movies, right? it ends with Last Crusade. There's two other that follow, but it really ends with Last Crusade.
We don't count those.
Metal Gear Solid, right? Exactly, same thing. Metal Gear Solid 4, it ends there. There's stuff after, but that's where it ends.
Yeah.
maybe what is it? Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance can be thrown in there because that's not Snake.
No,
you know.
Yeah.
It is another game in the series, but it's not Snake, and that's fine. So, we got the demo for Darwin's Paradox. You play as an octopus. The release date is April 2nd on all the platforms. It's a puzzle platformer, which I normally like those, and we'll see how that goes. There is a demo. Is it out now? On all? I'll have to see. It says it's getting a demo tomorrow, which would be today, but or yesterday. I'll have to see if that demo is available on Steam. I mean, it should be. The game's getting a Steam release, so it should be out on Steam, and I'll have to try that. Castlevania Belmont's Curse was announced for 2026 on all platforms. It's set 23 years after Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse, and it'll be released later this year. I enjoyed what I saw of it. 2D platformer type thing, side-scroller action thing going on. I really liked what I saw. Silent Hill Townfall got its first full-length trailer. I did not know what this was as it was showing off, and then I saw the title, and I was like, oh, Silent Hill. This is about the time I started drifting. 2026 on that one, PlayStation 5 and PC. Annapurna Interactive is involved with this. That's a little bit of pedigree there, throwing in there for that. Konami also announced something called Rev Noir. It's an action RPG. It says it cultivates the heartfelt moments that define JRPGs, which the RPG was throwing me off as it is, and then you add a J in front of it, and it's like, I'm even more lost. Yeah.
The wait and turn type.
It's not my cup of tea, and then when you throw a JRPG in there, it's like, that's even less of my cup of tea. I know there's a huge audience for it, but they've just never drawn me in. The next game we got was the untitled John Wick game announcement. Watching this thing, we don't know have a release date yet. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. Most of it was not gameplay. Even some of it that I thought might be gameplay, I'm not sure that it was. It's hard to tell because this thing is probably so far off. But the whole time I got very Sifu vibes. I don't know if you watched the trailer.
Sifu?
No, the trailer for John Wick, the game.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, there was some hand-to-hand combat that gave me Sifu. You remember Sifu?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Sifu,
yeah. But also gave me, you'd have to go back some years, but there was a game that came out I played it on Xbox. It was a lot of fun, but it was filled with QTEs, which is fine with me. I like QTEs. QuickTime events are what those are. The Bourne Identity, or the Bourne Supremacy, or the Bourne whatever it is. It was the Jason Bourne game.
Yeah.
That had a lot of QTE hand-to-hand combat stuff, which I really, really liked. That game actually was very good. To me, I enjoyed it. And I was getting vibes from that. But when I looked at the developers, I was like, oh, it's Saber Interactive. They did not do Sifu. If I'm even pronouncing that right, I don't know. But they didn't do Sifu. We got a new trailer for Marathon. Like I said, I don't know where I'm at with that. Kind of thinking about it. PlayStation Plus editions were announced. We got another trailer for Big Walk, which is a cooperative hiking adventure game. Housemarque revealed another Saros trailer, which, of course, is Housemarque do the bullet hell type games. They did... oh, God, now I'm drawing a blank.
You said bullet hell, right?
Yeah. What was the first game where you picked up the people... Resogun.
Okay, Resogun. Okay.
They started with Resogun, and then they made another bullet hell type game, and then they made... What was the one where it was first person or third person? And you kept doing it over and over and over again.
Let's see.
Returnal. That's what I was thinking of.
Okay, I never played that one, yeah.
Thank you, Thar. Returnal.
Okay.
Yeah. What else do we get? Unbreakable X-Men coming to Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. okay. I'm not a fighter, but that game looks really good as far as fighters go. I'll enjoy watching people play that game, but I won't be playing it. We got the God of War Trilogy remake. I thought we were going to get more footage, but we got absolutely nothing. We got a title. That is all we got. They're just announcing that it's in early development, so we don't know when it's going to be released, and it's going to be a long time before we hear any more about this game. So to whet our appetite, they gave us God of War Sons of Sparta. It is available now. They teamed up with the studio called Mega Cat Studios to shadow drop a God of War prequel featuring young Kratos and his brother Deimos. It's a 2D action game with a distinct pixel art style. I liked what I saw. I really did. I liked it. Regardless of the name that it has attached to it. You could have slapped anything on there as far as a name and just kept it what it was. And I'm like, I like that. 2D scrolling action type things, I'm good for that. I really am. And you wrap it up in a God of War package, and I'm like, okay, sure. I'll take that. You could have put it in a Castlevania package. You could have put it in a Metal Gear package. You could have put it in, you could have put it in a Pac-Man package. I don't care. It would have been cool to play, and I'm sort of interested in that game. I can't tell if it had co-op, though. It does have 2 players, but I couldn't tell if it had a co-op aspect to it.
I can't see why it wouldn't.
Well, I don't know.
It seems to focus on those 2, right?
It did, yeah.
Sons of Sparta, so...
Yeah, I know. But, I mean... God of War Ragnarok and God of War 2019 or whatever we decided to settle on with that one has 2 characters. You don't switch between them unless the story requires it. But it didn't have co-op with it, so... But
a 2D side scroller is more conducive to that type of
it absolutely is,
play,
but
so.
I couldn't get any type of an idea of if it is available. Like if it's a co-op type game.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Going through the comments here. Did we cover the God of War trilogy? We just did.
Yep.
What does it say? Metroidvania, not the original arcade style. Must be talking about maybe Castlevania? I'm not sure. Still looking through the chat there. So, yeah, that's what we got from the State O Play. It was a good one. I was really impressed with it.
Yeah, keep that format, Sony.
They really should.
Keep us with hits. Keep them coming back to back to back. Just keep them coming like that, with not a lot of interruptions.
Has anyone in the chat room or anybody who listens to this whenever you get around to listening to it played Mugenics? It's a new game on Steam. It could be on consoles as well. I am not sure. And I absolutely don't know anything about it. This comes from PC Gamer. Mugenics is a hit. The cat breeding tactics game from the creator of Super Meat Boy and Binding of Isaac. Released on Steam today and instantly shot up the charts. It's the #1 global top seller on Steam, beating out Counter-Strike 2, PUBG. I thought that was PUBG. Anyway, Helldivers 2 and Arc Raiders. Or put it another way, they wrote on Blue Sky that they have made back their development budget after just 3 hours.
Nice.
Not bad for a $30 indie game that looks like it could have fallen out of Newgrounds couch cushions. Oh, man. They called it a sprawling, ridiculous, and endlessly surprising roguelike that will drag your body and soul into its chaotic world. It got a 92% review. For as hotly anticipated as Mugenics was among ball knowers, I don't know what that is, its warm welcome wasn't always a certainty. First announced an unbelievable 14 years ago, back when Macmillan was still flying the Team Meat flag, Mugenics was once a very different sort of game with Pokemon-like combat. That version was eventually canceled. Team Meat broke up, and Mugenics became the stuff of development hell legend. The project was only picked back up by Macmillan in 2018, who teamed up with another developer and committed to a turn-based combat format in 2020. Even if the final incarnation of Mugenics only goes back 6 years, it's the sort of game that's so expansive and surprising that you'd believe someone's been plugging away at it since the first Obama administration. No two runs are the same, which is a thing devs like to say about their roguelikes, but only occasionally holds up to scrutiny. With hundreds of items, abilities, synergies, mutations, and secrets to find, Mugenics is truly a special one. McMillan, ever the chill dude he is enjoying Mugenics launch day by watching people play Mugenics. So yeah, it's out now. I only just really heard of it when it released, and people were like, Mugenics, go play it. It's great. It's doing well. It's selling great. So I haven't touched it. I haven't played it. I don't know anything about it.
Mm-hmm. Looking at a little of it now, it's got that isometric strat look to it. So yeah,
I'll have to look into it. I'm curious if it would hold me. I don't know. Turn-based kind of throws me off a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. We didn't Clear Obscure.
It was
the wait your turn type battle.
It was
the JRPG style. So,
but I played through it.
Yeah, but the charm was there, and it had enough elements in there to keep you.
Story kept me going. Yeah. The story was able to kind of blind me to the turn-based combat, and the turn-based combat wasn't as bad as I've played before.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Final Fantasy type turn-based combat, although I imagine people who have played Final Fantasy would tell you, yeah, it is. Or could tell you that, but I don't have enough experience to tell you that it was. I just know that I played Final Fantasy turn-based combat and did not like that.
Yeah.
And so whatever this was not putting that kind of vibe on me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's what I was saying about Clear Obscure. There was enough in there to make you accept the fact that it was the turn-based RPG style. It made you just accept it and take it for what it is and just enjoy the rest of the game. Yeah,
there were still moments whenever you would trigger a combat section and I would absolutely be like, oh, crap. you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, man, I really just wanted to go over to this area of the place I was in, but here I am. I've kicked a hornet's nest somehow that I didn't see, and I got to fight this thing.
Yeah, it just makes me think about, are there any games that are so good that it makes you
look over the things you don't like about it?
Look over a genre that you don't like.
Right.
Like a fighting game that you don't like fighting games, but this game is has so much in it that I'll play it.
Clay Fighter,
okay.
And
Bad Mr. Frosty.
Yeah, and Power Stone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Power Stone and Clay Fighter were the two fighting type games that I was just like, I'm not a fighting game. Well, obviously Mortal Kombat I was totally into. And when that got home release, Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat 2, I was there.
Mortal Monday.
Yeah.
Yep.
But when they moved on from 1 and 2 and went into 3, 4, and all the others, I absolutely stopped. It became the fighter that I didn't respond well to.
Yeah.
The roster got too big. The move combinations got
real technical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you had the original, ever how many it was for 1 and 2, I knew enough that I could play any one of those characters and know their moveset pretty well.
Yeah.
But as they expanded, nope. You know, brain doesn't hold all that. You can't do it.
Yeah.
But Clay Fighter, man, that was great. And what was the other one? Clay Fighter, Power Stone for the Dreamcast. Which, man, why haven't they done anything with that? Who is that? Capcom?
Yeah, that's Capcom.
Come on. Bring it back.
I know.
And then the only other one, Def Jam.
Yeah.
Def Jam, Fight for New York.
Def Jam, Fight for New York.
Whew.
Yeah. Which had tournaments at Evo on the side, and man, it was something to see.
Good God, I love that one.
That was just pure fun, man.
That was so much fun.
And if it wasn't for the difficulty of music labels that you taught me about, man, we probably would have had much better titles in the future.
The only other one I gave some interest in, but still didn't really latch on to, was the whenever NetherRealm, I guess it was NetherRealm, whenever they incorporated the DC universe, not Injustice, but Mortal Kombat versus the DC universe, I guess, or whatever that was. That I was into.
Oh, man.
But not much. Just more of hey, I want to play some of my superheroes in a fighting game.
That game had the worst hurricane kick I've ever seen in history.
Yeah.
I think you know the character I'm talking about, too.
No, I don't.
Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Bad.
Oh.
Wow. But This did lead to injustice, so yeah, we will take that.
Dave gave me a text. He's like, "Fight for New York, yes." It was good. We all remember that. God, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for us. That'll do it. And again, I want to remind you that we are not doing a show next week. We are off next week. We will be back the week after. I'm saying we'll be back the week after. I have to go out of town for like a week for work stuff, and so I don't know. I'll try because I'll be getting back in Thursday, and I'll have to get everything prepped for a show on Saturday, that following Saturday. So we'll see how that goes, but no show next week. And then we'll watch our socials for the week after that. We'll see how that goes, but plan to do one, but we'll see. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Dave, thanks for sending me text. I appreciate you listening on Saturday, every Saturday. RJ, thank you for showing up as well.
No problem.
We got music here from another Switch 2 title. It's a download-only title, but it got a lot of good reviews. It's a racer called Fast Fusion. The track name for this one is Suevas del Sol, I believe. And
Good try.
I think I got it right. Anyway, we'll be back in 2 weeks. You guys have a fantastic weekend next week, and then we'll see you then. Goodbye.